So the very first moment I say no, it's like I never said yes before. This is a Candid Candice exclusive.
So talented. So let's talk about that. Okay, so you're an international, traveling songwriter and producer, TC, going to South Korea, working with SF9. That is a group of 9 men, young men.
Yes.
What was that like working with them? Just tell me about that process, because it's 9 voices. 9 voices.
Well, the crazy thing about that is, I think me going to Korea has opened my eyes to a lot of things. Even just like the way that they structured their songs is totally different than the US,
Okay.
And I'm able to be creative, and people be like, oh, well, that's too much. That's too many harmonies right there. That's this, everybody got a critique. There, I can just do what I'm supposed to, like what I feel, and then it goes out. And I think hearing my songs in a different language, but the same melody, the same runs, the same harmonies.
Good. It's so good.
It's so crazy to me. But at the same time, like I said, going over there, it just was an eye opener for me, because when I met them, they had just heard my voice,
Right.
And so one of the members, I guess, had been following me, so he followed me on like YouTube, and when I met him, there's a video of us meeting for the first time.
그것도 좋아요. I like your song. I like your song. Song name is mine.
You know my song, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like your YouTube channel.
okay.
Subscribe.
Wow, thank you, man. What's your name again?
My name is jaeyoon.
Jaeyoon. Okay.
SF9.
Of course I know where you're from the group. I was making sure I knew that which one.
너무 감동이라고 전해주시면 안
So
돼요?
he really taught you then.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate
I
that.
like your voice.
Thank you so. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Let's get a
picture.
He's like, oh, I'm such a big fan. And the label has told me, like, yo, our artists like really love you, and they're a huge fan, and they want to meet you. And so, I'm just recording news records for him and stuff like that. And he came in, he was so, come here. Huh? Sorry.
It's okay. If y'all don't know about SF9, it's a humongous South Korean boy band, SF9. Very talented. They are worldwide, international stars. They have the #3 album, I believe, right now, worldwide. So this is,
she don't feel
PC has written and produced on a #3 worldwide album.
I didn't watch
Y'all gonna have to look it up.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Grandma. You heard me? Oh, wait, I can't hear you now.
We back.
All right. We back, boo. We back. It's okay. I put some new lipstick on when you was done. When you was gone, hold on.
Yeah, but
that's what I did.
Was the aid, like, when you go through hospice, they have people that come in that, washes them and, does all of those things and make sure that she's okay. But, my grandmother's not feeling too well today. So she's like, is she okay? And this, whatever. And so,
you are a godsend. I tell you, you are a beautiful person. Listen, God is repaying you for every wonderful thing you've done, even when people treated you bad, treated you wrong. And even if you, whatever part you played or whatever, karma could be good or bad. You're getting the good part of it. And that's
It's
fact.
you know, everybody gets it, and one thing for me is just I just operate off of just genuine love, and like I said, if I rock with you, I rock with you till the wheels fall off.
Yeah, I'm the
Just don't
same
have
way.
me be the one that's under the bus getting ran over. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? Like, let's get ran over together. I will take the bus hit. You know what I'm saying?
Period.
You gotta go with me though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Me
yeah.
too. Me too. I've been through it too. But you know,
I
when
think
you've
my
been,
mom is here now. Okay.
hey mom, you
My,
birthed
my
a
mom is here.
superstar.
You know, mom. Sorry, this is a lot, but I'm taking care of my grandmother.
No, this is totally fine. Look, this is live. This is what happens. TC
This is
takes care.
quarantine and TC. Okay.
Period.
Mom.
If you guys missed it, he said he takes care of his grandmother. She's in hospice and she's having a little bit of a day today. So he's popping in and out, helping his grandma out. But his mother's here. So that's what's going on, you guys. And shoot, it's quarantine. It happens. I'm telling y'all, if it wasn't for my mother and the Lord on my side, y'all would hear 3 kids running in the background. But thank God for my mother. She's been keeping my kids for a couple weeks. And I'm telling y'all, quarantine is no joke. You know, your life gets changed around. You have to change your life to help your family right now. And I'm sure a lot of y'all are doing the same thing. So, you know, TC ain't got to worry about nobody feeling no kind of way. Yeah, you sound good to me now.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, you're fine. You missed
It's
what I
a
was telling them.
lot.
I said this is quarantine. I mean, we're all changing our lives around because
Yeah.
our families' lives are impacted differently. So listen, I'm not
Yeah, a
worried
lot
about
of
it.
people like I really feel it because it's like I cannot do nothing, you know, because
Mhm.
being that I watch my grandmother, like I can't go out and just be just out here doing whatever I want to do because at the end of the day I have to take care of her. So if I catch anything going out there, I could potentially bring it back to her and then she could
Yeah.
get sick, and she's like one of the high risks. So it's
So you're
imperative
really
that I make
quarantining.
sure that I'm okay and that I'm healthy. So while I'm taking care of my grandmother, she's okay. So it's
Yeah.
a lot, you know.
It's amazing. I'm proud of you. I really am.
Thank
So
you.
don't feel a way that you had to get up a few times. I promise you,
I'm
this is
sorry.
fine.
I'm really sorry. You know, I'm sorry. But you
And
know,
for you,
everybody be asking where the visuals. This is my life right now. So I'm trying to get things together, but you know, my family comes first. My grandmother comes first. Like that's my heart, you know what I'm saying? So if I have to
yeah,
stop a lot of things, then it's just what I have to do to make sure that she's
yeah,
okay. So that's my priority right now. So
yeah. I'm sure everybody who loves you and supports your music, they completely understand.
yeah.
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 What was we talking about? Okay, we were talking about SF9. I was asking you, what was it like working with SF9 in South Korea? 9 men in that group, those voices.
Oh
Like,
yeah, it's crazy, but they have a system over there that works for them. You know, they have the lead vocalists, which is a couple of them. Then you have people that rap also. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
So they're not all just singers; they're
Right.
rappers. And for over there, like I rap a little bit, but I'm not Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Jay, I'm gonna say, okay, Tupac.
I'm not trying to be Jay-Z. I'm not trying to be, oh, you know the dog. Like, I ain't got time for it. But, you know, I do got a little flow. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, being
Yeah.
able to write, you know, melody and then rap and then do all of that. And then you hear them redo everything that you did. It's the craziest experience. Like, it's been dope. You know what I mean?
What about the language barrier? So you're the one that's speaking English. Do the members of SF9, do
Some
they
of them
speak
speak
English?
English, like
How
perfect
many?
English, like how we're talking.
How many of the group members speak
I want to
English?
say they all speak some English, like they are able to understand, right?
Okay.
I want to say there's 2 that are very fluent.
Mm.
Yeah, very
Okay.
fluent. Like we started talking, I'm just like, "Yo, you really talk?" Like you was like, "Yes, I know English." I'm like,
Yes, I know
"Oh,
English.
okay, all right, my bad. I'm not stereotyping you. You know what I'm saying?"
Right. You
It's
just
good
assume.
to hear people, you know what I mean? It's good to hear a little English here and there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Now what about as far as producing and people mixing it, what about those people? Are they speaking English? Because I would imagine if you're working on a song and they have to mix something a certain way, and you're like, okay, add some reverb right here. Do they speak English?
It depends, because I'm very particular about how the record sounds. So
Okay.
if I send them something like, this needs to come up, this background needs to come up, this needs to be this needs to be that, like I can send notes to them and they'll be able to translate. There are people that are with the company that speak great English.
Okay.
So they're able to convey everything that I need from the record. So it's never a situation where it's like lost in translation and I can't convey what I'm trying to get through, like when it comes to the record. It's easy,
Okay.
And then the point person that I work with over there, he speaks amazing English. He came over here, he studied here too. So like if there's any issues that I have with anything, he makes sure it's done. So
that's what's up. Okay. Yeah. Now sticking to the language topic, do you speak Korean now? Look, can you speak or sing it a little bit?
Listen.
I'm gonna need you to hit a note real quick.
Singing a little Korean, and they be a
please
little
do it.
Too.
Do it.
Okay, so the song that's out now is their single called Summer Breeze, which first week it did 40 million. Like it's a big situation over there. So
the music video was everything too. Oh my God.
Listen, it's amazing. So there's this part in the song, I do it all English, and so the one part that's in it is like when you're holding me back, say not to the max, I want more, I'll never looking back. 야놈 연기게 남 춤추게.
Do it again.
야놈 연기게 남 춤추게. Yeah.
TC speaks Korean.
I don't know Korean like that, but I had to do it in the demo. So it's like listening back.
Yeah.
And then I also did my first Korean, straight Korean song as far as background vocals. So I had to match the different pronunciations and all kinds. It's fun for me. Because it's different,
Real quick, I'm new to Instagram Live. It says 17 seconds remaining. What does that mean?
That means we'll have to shut it down and come right back in because we have an amazing time.
No! Okay, you guys. We coming right back in a second. Commercial break. He's coming, guys. Waiting for TC.
We back.
There we go. We back. Okay, so I just cleaned my camera and it looked blurry. I wonder if I was blurry the whole hour. Did I look blurry to you?
You was good. You just looked like you had a little glow to you.
Don't try to cover it up because my Android's slipping. Okay. So we were getting into the SF9. TC is an international star working with SF9. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so I was asking you to sing your best moments in your Korean. Can you do it one more time for the people that might have missed it?
Yeah. It was
sing it. So wait, sing it in English and then go into
it. Why you holding me back? Say not to the max. I want more. I'm never looking back. Yeah, I'm young, kicking on 춤추게. So that's the only thing that I do in the song. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, that's you? That's your voice?
Yeah, that's them. They redid it. But hold on, I'll play you a little bit of my version.
Ooh, y'all, we getting an exclusive of TC's version. TC's version of his song with SF9. And what's the name of the song?
It's called Summer Breeze by SF9.
Summer Breeze by SF9. But this is gonna.
You can hear a little clip of what I do, and then you can go and listen to them how they translate it. But it's literally verbatim.
Right. Okay.
Let me see.
Hey.
So you kind of
yes. Okay. Wait. Say it slowly. I want to try. Do it slowly. Young on what?
Young, choo choo, yeah.
Yum.
Young, chum chum, yeah.
I can't do it. Young,
Listen, it took me. I mean, I'm like, yana, get. Listen,
wow.
I did it. You know?
I think that's what, you're so talented, like for you to do that, just like I was joking when I did it, I don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
But you're super talented. You can break down, each note, get each word, or, how to get it right. And that's the part about music. It's so universal that even when we don't understand the language, the song is still a song. It's still a bop. It's still a hit.
Listen, like
A hit
for
is a hit.
me, I listen to their versions of the songs and I just be like shocked. They have a ballad that I did for them, which is what went #1, the ballad, which is not even the single, by the way, but
Right.
for it to go #1 on the charts is like big. But
wait, which song? Are we talking about? Summer Breeze?
SF9 is called My Story, My Song. It's the
My
last
Story,
song on
My
the
Song.
album.
Okay,
Right.
so you guys, just for you guys to look up, it's called My Story, My Song by SF9. It's the #1 ballad in Asia,
Right.
correct?
So, you
Wow.
know, for me to hear them interpret what I wrote about, because I really wrote the song about, feeling like, why is it that the people that you love, they don't love you the same, and the things that you will go to the end of the world for, the people that you'll go to the end of the world for, they don't reciprocate that back. And it's like, do you really go through life feeling like they owe you, or do you just accept it for like, this is me and I'll just love, and if they don't ever give it back, then they just never give it back, but I'm just going to continue loving because this is just what it is, And so to hear them do their spin on it, it just, I don't know, it's such an emotional record for me because I was speaking from just genuine experience, you know what I'm saying? So it's always a blessing to hear your work in another language to help other people in different countries and people that can hear that. Like, it's amazing to me. Like,
wow. Can I ask, will there ever be an English version of it put out? Is that allowed? I don't know how it is with copyrights. I know you wrote it, but maybe there's a lot of moving parts to where you can't. I mean, can you do an English version of it and put it out?
I'm working on something to where, maybe I'm able to at least show like clips and different stuff on like YouTube and different stuff like that, because K-pop market, I don't usually leak my own demos, like even demos that I've done with artists here. A lot of the songs I've sung them before the artist did it, so but I don't really put that up on my social media. I don't really release that because some people could get mad about that. They're like, we don't want the original out because we did everything,
Yeah, but you don't
want to step on nobody's toes, so you just be like,
you just kind of leave it.
Selling. Yeah.
But it could be a conversation. I mean, I would love to hear SF9 featuring TC English version. I'm just gonna put that out in the air in the name of Jesus.
Now,
yes.
I will say the fans want it too. Like, ever since this album came out, they have been swarming my mentions on Twitter. Like,
that would be amazing.
Thank you. Dun, 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 dun. It's been coming in like wildfire. And
I'm
not used to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm used to people talking about my music or the stuff that I do, but just, it's so many of them, and it's so crazy. And they're just like, we're just waiting on a TC and SF9 collabo. We waiting whatever. And the group actually really wants that too. So we'll see.
Oh, we're gonna put it in the atmosphere.
We'll see,
I'm gonna rub the Bible on that one. We're gonna rub the Bible on that one, because I think that would be great though, because I'm sure it's super successful without it being in English. So imagine putting out that English version so that we can enjoy it a little more, understanding it. But I mean, the song is beautiful.
English, so you never know. Some things might be coming out with English.
All right.
You never know.
Okay. Remember this moment, fans. Remember this moment if it happens. All right, so let me see what else I got for you. So we got you to sing in Korean. Okay, last question, as far as working with SF9. You were there, you mentioned that they flew you out in February?
Last year, yeah, February.
Oh, that was last year, February. Okay, so I remember you filming sometime this year as well, like right around
Yeah, I
when
went around December, January. Yeah.
Yes. So when did you come back? Because you said you came back this year,
I
though.
want to say middle, end of March.
What was that like traveling during the pandemic and the COVID-19? Because I think that was the time frame when
it started.
well, not necessarily when it started, when people started taking it a little more serious, I would say.
Well, I think that everybody started taking it serious here when I
Here.
got back.
Here.
But it had already started in China, and then it started going to Korea and then Japan. So it was
Yeah.
like bad to the point where Korea had to like block the borders. Like
Yeah.
Japan wouldn't let people in there, and Korea wouldn't let people in there. So, it
Right.
started with just 4 people being infected while I was there. And people was like, yo, you need to be careful. That virus is out there. This is before America had it or was known to have it. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, what are y'all talking about? Like, I've been walking out, just whatever.
Chilling.
Yeah, just chilling, living my life. And it's like, it's a virus and it's a this. And it went crazy.
But I will say, and y'all say whatever y'all want. This does not make me anti the United States. I live here, okay? But I'm just saying they handled it very well over there.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
why that's why their numbers are down, and we're here. COVID is down the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
but
they did a
the
phenomenal
difference
job
between them two that I noticed, like, they take it seriously. There's not one person that I've ever saw not a person not wearing a mask over there.
Yes.
They already wear masks because the pollution over there is kind of like different. So to protect, the lungs and all kinds of stuff, they already wear masks. Like some people, like seriously. So when this pandemic happened, I would be walking down the street. There'd be not one person without a mask.
Right.
You go into a restaurant, there's not one person without a mask.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, I had to learn how to adapt life over there. With the hand sanitizers. I had already had a mask because I travel with a mask.
So they were already doing that. They were already taking all precautions that they needed to.
Definitely, 100%. Nobody wasn't buying up all the toilet paper. It wasn't no crazy situations, fighting over stuff, But yeah, it taught me to be more self-conscious about the things that we do. Like when you go out your house and you on the elevator and you press a button, you walk out and you press the door. You know what I'm saying? You go and you get a taxi and you get in the car. Like all of those places are touched by other people, and you just never know, someone with the virus could have that. So when I go out, I leave, and when I'm out and I'm in the air, I put my hand sanitizer on. If I get in a car, when I get in, I put my hand sanitizer on. You know what I'm saying? When I go into an establishment, I put my hand sanitizer on. I go wash my hands, and then I put my hand sanitizer back on. And then that's how my life was while I was there. And then coming from there to here, and it's just been like super crazy. People's not taking precautions that they need to. It's like I cannot fight this long over there 3-4 months with not having anything, and then come here and then catch it because y'all don't want to wear a mask. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nah, that ain't about to happen.
Yeah. So, well, shout out to Korea, shout out to Asia, taking all precautions. They're doing a great job, and some of us are doing it here in the United States, and I hope more people take it more serious. Wear your mask, wash your hands, and hopefully our orange president will take it serious, because he's not.
And please carry sanitizer around. I think that's very important because people. I've seen videos of people like coughing on like elevators and spitting on the knobs and stuff.
Hi, nice to meet you.
When you touching and different stuff like that, you never know who's been behind you, and if they're not constantly wiping and disinfecting where you're at, you have to make sure at all times that you're putting it in your hand and making sure that you're killing that. Like, it's very important.
Amen. So Shout out to TC with the advice on how to protect yourself from COVID-19.
Got to, man. And if you're like me and you live with people that are high risk, I think that is you owe that to everybody that you love, because some people's not making it out of here with that. You know what I'm saying? People are not able to come back because their immune system is not strong enough. And so, you know, to make sure that everybody around you is protected, take the precautions that you need to make sure that you don't spread the virus.
Yeah, and it's just as simple as if you are choosing to go to clubs and go to bars, just don't go see your grandma the next week. Don't visit her. Call
Wait
grandma.
a couple of weeks before you go see grandma.
Yeah, that's your choice to expose yourself, but don't expose the elderly. We need them. Yeah.
While working in Asia, TC worked with multiple artists. He had the opportunity of working with Jessica, who was well known from the K-pop girl group Girls' Generation. And one of the songs that TC wrote for Jessica is called Call Me Before You Sleep, and it's featuring Crazy Boy. TC also had the pleasure of working with the group Astro, and he's responsible for writing their song called Blue Fame. Make sure you guys check that out.
So, so we're going to transition from the K-pop to kind of like my last segment. I want to talk about your transition going from just, singing in your bathroom probably to writing your first song to getting your first placement. You said it was with Brandy, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Which song was it?
Acapella Something's Missing.
Acapella Something's Missing by Brandy.
Boom, clap.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that. So that time frame, you were on YouTube, right? I don't want to misspeak. So that's kind of where I got introduced to you. I think I was watching Todrick Hall and Tori Kelly, all those people around that time before the Pentatonics, watching those people before they completely blew up. So essentially, I watched you be a YouTuber, blow up. So let me say one more time, okay? I'm inspired by you and your journey, starting something on your own. That's kind of what I'm doing with Daytime Tea Time. So when you look back,
doing it.
Thank you. I'm trying. when you did that, looking back at your YouTube days in particular, I have to mention the most viral moment on YouTube that I remember is, I don't know if it was your first time meeting Brandy, but you were teaching her how to do this run, this iconic run. And Brandy's like, wait, do it one more time. I can't do it. And eventually you taught her how to do the run and she did it. And I'm just like, I never thought in my wildest dreams I would see somebody teach Brandy how to do a run, because we call her the vocal Bible. So
she still sounds beautiful.
No. But what I was thinking is to do something simple, that long ass run that you do, that you just taught me like a couple months ago, and I always forget every time we head back up and talk.
From afar.
Okay, one more time.
From afar.
Okay, stop at the beginning. From afar. On the first try, one more time.
Okay.
First try.
So for you to do something that she didn't know how to do yet, and then you taught it to her, what was that like?
And she got it.
It was so good. I remember that.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people don't know the backstory to that run. I was working with Hit Boy at the time, and we was creating an EP for Brandy. So I did like 6 songs for Brandy, and one of the songs was called From Afar. And I remember I had sent it to her, and she was like, yo, this run at the end that you just did, like, what the hell? And I'm like, yeah. She was like, those one of them runs that you just can't duplicate. It just come out. And I was like, I could do it. She was like, I'm gonna call you now. And so she's like, do it.
Oh my God.
I did it. She was like, okay, break it down. You know what I'm saying? So we had already been, like going over it and different stuff like that. So, when we did the video, that's why she was like, that long ass run you be doing, this, whatever. We had already talked about it because it was supposed to be her song. So, yeah, it was funny, but actually that was a genuine reaction because that was her first time getting it right on the first try. You know what I'm saying?
She did it. It was so good.
She gets it. You know what I'm saying? But that time when she was like, okay, what is it?
from afar, from afar, from afar. Oh,
You know what I'm saying? And so she's like, "Oh, I got it on the first try." Yeah, it was. So it was a genuine reaction. It was so dope. But it went viral. Everybody started doing the run and just viral before viral was a thing.
Right, right. Before viral was a thing, that I remember watching that, and it's so funny to go back and watch that video. The resolution is so low. It's like it's from so long ago,
Recorded it on my laptop at the time.
but it's still a
Thank God for
moment.
technology.
Yeah, it's still a moment, but you went on to write and help and produce or sing background a lot with her. And so with Brandy being one of your childhood influences, who else were your influences? Because people always say, TC's music sounds like Brandy, but it's like she was one of your earlier influences.
Definitely,
That
hands
would make
down.
sense. Yeah.
Growing up, Whitney was always my into everything. And that's why I think that I loved Brandy so much. She reminded me of like a baby Whitney, and to me she was just so beautiful, and I was just like, oh, I love her. And I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? So my mom and them, they're buying me the CDs and all the extra stuff, and I was just intrigued by that. And Tony was a huge influence, and a lot of people were like, oh, you sound like a Braxton. Well, I mean, I was doing Tony Braxton impersonations before it was a thing on YouTube.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Tony, Beyonce, I always loved Beyonce, Destiny's Child, all of them. But I've always been a huge fan of like Joe also, and Kevon Edmonds, Babyface's brother.
Yes.
Sean Stockman from Boyz II Men. Michael Jackson, which was like one of my hugest influences, and people be like, oh, you kind of sound like Michael when you talk, and I'm like, no, I don't, but my voice is soft, you know what I'm saying? So he's such an influence for me because growing up I always had a high-pitched voice, and I always felt insecure about it because I'll be like, oh, I want the tanks and all that,
Yeah.
But God didn't give me that, you know what I'm saying? He
Right.
gave me the pop tone, So,
Right.
Michael was a huge influence because I felt like I could relate to him as far as when it came to me being a male and being able to sing the way that I do,
Right.
So, yeah.
That's amazing. Now, those are singers that you work with. I do want to touch on Lashawn Daniels, may he rest in peace. With you working with him and the music and the art that you guys created together, just how was that dynamic working with him? You said that you became friends, and I know that you became friends with him, right?
Yeah.
What was that dynamic like working with him in the studio?
He was amazing. He was like, y'all gotta really understand that LaShawn was one of my songwriting idols. Like the whole Dark Child sound, like LaShawn is one of the key figures behind that, So me re-recording songs that he's written on YouTube and all the covers that I did, like it stemmed from me listening to him. And I think that a lot of songwriters don't get the credit for like the way certain things sound, and he's been one of the driving forces behind why R&B is sounding the way that it is, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember the first time that I heard about LaShawn doing my record, I wanted to go and vocal produce the acapella Something's Missing. Yeah. And they were like, we good, we got LaShawn doing it. And I was like, LaShawn who? Like Daniels? And it was like, yeah, LaShawn Daniels is gonna vocal produce the record. And so I'm like, oh, okay, I don't need to be there. You know what I'm saying? And from that, I hit him up in DMs and it was like, thank you so much for, vocal producing the record. I look up to you so much and this, whatever. And he was like, oh, T Sizzle is nothing. You amazing, this, whatever. And that started our connection. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so from there, like, if people's been following me for a while, he did like a video shouting me out, talking about how incredible I am and how, you know, me as an artist is necessary and people need to be woke on who I am. And me putting my mixtape out at that time, huge influence for him to say that. And then going into Tamar, and me and him being like the driving force behind the sound of, you know, Tamar, and her bringing me in, Vince and them, and, you know, we creating this album for her, you know.
Phenomenal album.
A lot of people didn't really see it, you know what I'm saying? And me, I grew up on Tamar, so for me, she was like one of my favorite singers also. You know, I remember where's the good in saying goodbye? I can't wait to say hello when he gets on the plane and he comes home. I know he's missing me. Like, I know,
yes,
I know how vocally talented she's always been. So for me, it wasn't about, oh, she's not known like that and she's Toni Braxton's sister. For me, it was working with somebody that I grew up loving, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And so at that time, I had just signed my deal with Sony, of course. And they asked me, like, who do you want to work with? And I said, I really want to work with Tamar. And they was like, well, you know, she's not signed. I was like, I don't care.
I don't care.
I want to work with her, you know? And so my publisher created the connection, and then I started working with her, which everybody saw on Braxton Family Value, first dynamic, and it was real because we was like, is that really what that was? Our first encounter ever. Her walking into the room, that's just what it was. And so I just remember us just becoming super close to the point where, you know, she will call like 11 o'clock at night and we'll be on the phone till about 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning just talking about goals. So for me, I was invested in her because I felt like she never really had the shot to show how great she is. And I've always known how great she is. And if everybody remembers, I was the key people that was just like, you need to sing. Don't give us no pop it, lock it, drop it, pop it, lock it, drop. Don't give us none of that. Give us
the voice
so people know what's going on and people can hear how great you are, and that be that. You know what I'm saying? So from there, I ended up doing like 8 records on the Love and War album, which got nominated for a Grammy. And Lashawn, I feel like every part of, you want to call when you're on live, sorry. I feel like every part of my journey, Lashawn has been a part of, if that makes sense. And so he's incredible. He's funny. He's always the person that comes into the room and just lights up the room with his humor. Like, it's never a time that I've ever been around Lashawn and I'm not cracked up laughing. He's amazing. He was amazing. He was a kind person. He was one of those people that forgives people. And for me, it was a situation to where I know that I love with all my heart. And so when I feel hurt, I don't know how to be fake, and not saying that he's fake, but saying I don't know how to fake it and be like, oh, how are you doing? I just separate myself, you know? But he's able to go and give love to people that has done him wrong in different situations and just greet them with the love of God. And, you know, that's what he's always preached is God, God, God. And so, you know, I've always told him, I was just like, I don't know how you do it. Like, I'm trying to get like that because I don't know how to not wear my heart on my sleeve. I don't know how to be in this business and, you know, not be affected by it or my feelings be hurt about things. He was like, T Scissor, you just gotta be strong. Like, this is just not for the faint of heart, you know, basically, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was incredible in that sense, and that's why I always looked up to him. I don't know how he did it, but he's definitely missed. He's
one of a kind, for sure. You got me about to tear up. I'm over here doing all of this, like trying not to cry, but not, you know, sadness mainly, just that's such a beautiful person. Just watching him on TV, I'll never know who he truly was because I don't know him.
He was great.
He's really everything great. He put out, that scene, you know, like on TV, you like, that's not their real personality. LaShawn, that seemed like his real.
that was him.
everything. And
Every essence of him that you see on TV, that was him 24/7. And sometimes you be like, Sean, calm
yes,
down.
yeah.
Calm down. Like, you doing
Yeah.
too much
And
right
he's
now.
so
Because it just is so
funny.
funny.
Like, he seemed like everybody's cousin. Like, everybody got a cousin like that.
Right.
Like,
Or uncle, you know what I'm saying?
uncle, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what a beautiful spirit. And his beautiful wife. She's so strong. I
April.
often, April, yeah, I often go to her Instagram to see her inspirational things because, like with my husband, like I felt like I felt her. I'm like, God, I couldn't imagine losing my husband, like when that happened, I remember, but her strength is just incredible.
It was like, I remember when everything was going on, and I just like, of course I know April because we've all been around each other and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I really, honestly, I was grieving myself because it was so unexpected, and I had literally just got back from Korea at that time. I had literally just got off the plane, and I was there in Atlanta for like a week, and he was just there in Atlanta at the I want to say the BMI or the ASCAP Awards.
Right.
So just for him to be there and then that happened so soon, it was just like a surreal moment for me.
Right.
It was like light bulbs just switched. Like, every day is not guaranteed, right? So you have to you just gotta live life, and like, you just gotta be thankful for it. You know what I'm saying? Because he was a good dude. He was a really good dude, and I admire him. He's one of my favorites. You know what I'm saying? So, sorry.
It's okay. I understand. But, I know he would be so proud of you because I know you shared some videos of you guys in the studio and just watching y'all's dynamic and all the success you're having with your album. He would be so proud. And especially for you to keep your strength, you taking care of your grandma. You've had devastating situations happen in the music business. He would be proud. And I know April is proud now of you. And you be strong because, like, even right now, the conversation we're having, you are encouraging people right now. You're encouraging singers and songwriters and producers. And I'm telling you, I love you for it. I do.
Appreciate
you
that.
hear me? You are strong. Look at us tearing up. We having a therapy session, but that's the beauty of music, man. That's the beauty of music, that it allows us to connect with people we don't even know at all. But that's the power. It's universal. No matter what language, just like you working in Korea, you are a phenomenal talent.
Thank you. Thank you.
You really are.
I'm trying out here in these streets, you know what I mean?
Look, now I feel like I can't end it the way I wanted. I was going to say, can you end with the song?
You good.
I was going to ask you if you can end with the song from your album, sing a little bit of your favorite song from the album. But before you start, my favorite one is Halfway Out. I mean, the emotions in that song is Jesus, halfway out. Because it make you think of any friendship that pissed you off. It don't even really have to be a man.
Right.
Like I felt, because I went through some traumatic things when I was in college with basketball, and that's a whole nother story. But when I listened to that song, obviously you were talking about a relationship with a person. But when I heard it, I heard every relationship that I felt like I just need to get out of. A friendship, a basketball team, so that's my favorite.
I think for me, the way that I write, even though I might write it as a love song, sometimes it is friendships. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like feeling like you're the only person that's in the relationship that's just being just genuine and loving this person, and it's just like, are you being fake with me? Are you being real with me? So so
what's your favorite song? What would you like to sing to end this off? Because I don't want that timer to start again.
Let me see. Someone stole your heart and left me with a million questions. We could be here all night, but I'm getting all my answers. Has he seen you in your birthday suit? Does he know your body like I do? Did you tell him that you love him too? Please don't tell me that you love him too. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, the
Sorry, I'm a
one.
little, I'm trying
No,
to.
but listen, for you to sing like that after being emotional, usually when people cry, it's all choked up. You are truly a phenomenal talent to do that after being
Thank you.
emotional. I love you, TC. I really do.
Thank you. Thank you. I love you too.
All right, you guys, you make sure you stream TC's new album. It's called Rain. Choose your favorite song. I'm actually going to be doing a giveaway soon. I'm not giving all the details for it yet. So y'all make sure y'all stream his album, each song, because the giveaway, you have to prove you know that album. So you can't win this giveaway that I'm doing without knowing TC's album. So y'all make sure y'all
I'm here
stream
for it. Know the album. Not
the
the song, but the
album.
album.
Yes, look, not a mixtape, not an EP, the album.
100%.
Well, TC, I love you. I thank you for, being on my show, the Candid Candice exclusive.
Listen,
On Daytime
I'm
Tea Time.
excited about it. Like, you're one of my faves, you know what I'm saying? So I thank you for opening your platform to me and just shining light on my talent. It means a lot, In this world, it's kind of hard being an independent artist because you constantly have to create avenues for people to notice you. And even though people know who I am, even if they may not be following me, it's hard being an independent artist, you know what I'm saying? So people that have different platforms that are willing to say, you know what, I believe in what you do, I appreciate what you do, I love what you do, that means a lot, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate it.
Well, you're more than welcome. Look, I feel like it's an honor for me. I had TC on the Candid Candice exclusive on Daytime Tea Time.
Thank you. I appreciate this. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
This is a Candid Candice exclusive.